first thing to look at on your J179 telephone is the layout. It has a mixture of soft keys and hard buttons. As you can see along the display are the feature keys. These are programmed by your system administrator for different functions, and the labeling next to the button will indicate what the feature is. The button also has LEDs to indicate status of the feature. The four physical buttons immediately below the display are known as the soft keys. They're called soft keys because they change function depending on what you're doing with the telephone. Pay attention to the labeling and it will instruct you as to the function of the button. Directly below the soft keys are some more physical buttons. To the top left, we have the menu button. That's used for adjusting settings on the phone itself, such as brightness and contrast. Below that is the contacts key. This allows you to access your system contacts as well as your personal contacts stored in the phone system. To the upper right, we have the phone key. That is used for returning the phone to the primary screen once you've completed a function. And below that, we have the visual voicemail button. This is used for checking your voicemail, and it may be easier than the audio prompted method. In the center of these buttons, we have the select wheel. That's used for navigating the screen and making selections based on the function. On the bottom third of the telephone, we have some more physical buttons. In the upper left-hand corner, we have the call log button, which can be used to look at all calls, missed calls, incoming, and outgoing. Those selections can be made with the scroll wheel. In the center, we have the dial pad. Immediately below the dial pad, with the plus and minus symbols, is the volume key, which can be used to adjust ringtone volume, handset volume, and the like. Below that in the center is the mute key. This can be used to mute your microphone so that callers do not hear you, but they are not placed on hold. To the right of the dial pad is the headset key, which is used to trigger your headset, and below that is the speakerphone key. Now that you've seen the physical layout of the phone, let's talk about some call functions. To call another user on the system is simple. You just dial their extension or look them up using the contacts key. If you'd like to dial an outside party, you need to dial your prefix followed by the area code. You may be asked by the carrier to insert a 1 before the area code to complete a call successfully. The only exception to using a prefix is dialing 911 for emergency services. Beyond simply calling other parties, there are more advanced features of the telephone system that we should discuss here. In the following moments, we're going to discuss holding calls, parking calls, transferring calls, conferencing calls, and checking your voicemail. To hold an active call, you can press the Hold Soft button, and then to return the call, press the Appearance button. You can alternatively press the Appearance button to put a call on hold as well, and then press it again to return to the call. To park an active call, you simply need to choose one of the feature keys that has been programmed as a park and press it. The LED indicator will blink green, letting you know that you've parked the call. It will blink red on the other phones. To retrieve a parked call, simply press the blinking park twice. You'll be on the call. Alternatively, you can press the park key once, then press the connect soft key, and you'll be connected to your call. This allows you to inspect the caller ID before you take the call to make sure it's the right call. Please keep in mind that parks are shared resources, so if you're using them, another user cannot at the same time. To transfer a call, you simply need to press the transfer soft key, and then dial the user, look them up in the contact list, or dial an external phone number. If you use an external phone number, make sure to include the prefix. Once you have the destination party on the phone, you can press the complete soft key to send the call to that person and disconnect yourself from the call. Transferring a call to a user's voicemail box is as simple as adding a pound in front of the dialed extension when making the transfer. Conferencing calls together is actually quite simple. Simply press the conference soft key, then dial the user extension or external phone number that you wish to conference on. Make sure to include the prefix when dialing an external number. Once you get the caller on the phone, you can press conference again, and now all the calls are together. you'll notice that it says Conference 100 on the display. To get more information about the conference call, hit the Details soft key, and you can see all the parties on the call. You can mute callers if you need to. You can add parties to the conference call, or you can drop people out of the conference as needed. Initializing your voicemail for the first time can be accomplished by following some simple steps. First, you need to dial *17 to access the audio prompted voicemail. You'll be asked to enter your extension, followed by the #. Please do so at this time. Then you'll be prompted for a passcode, which may be simply the pound symbol or a passcode provided by your administrator. Then you'll be prompted to record your name. Please do this so you're included in the dial by name directory. Lastly, you can use visual voicemail to set up your greeting. To access visual voicemail, you simply need to press the visual voicemail button that we discussed earlier when talking about the physical layout. Once you do that, you'll be taken to the visual voicemail lobby. Once you enter the visual voicemail lobby, you have some choices. You can listen to messages, create your own message for another person, record your outgoing greeting, change your passcode, and some other options. To record your greeting, simply press the greeting button and follow the on-screen commands. One thing to note about the record button is it does not produce a tone when pressed, so you just need to start speaking. When you are done recording your outgoing greeting, make sure to hit stop, then submit to save the greeting. This concludes our brief introduction of the J179 and 169 telephones. Please consult your user quick guides as well as the full user manual provided by Avaya. Thank you for your time.